What up, G Life? It's your boy MC Shadow back at you with another video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe to the channel. It's free. It don't cost anything. You help my channel get into the algorithm. I would highly appreciate it. Don't forget to check out the playlist on top where my videos in their own folders. Makes the video you're looking for a lot easier, whether it's just reactions, a G series, all that. Don't forget to check out my second channel, Man in Society, M.O.D, where we talk about stuff outside of the streets. Now, what I wanted to talk about today was probably like people are wondering, like, what's up with that title? Is something I see people do a lot and say a lot. People flossing their money around, the brand clothing they have or brand stuff that they have, whether Versace, Louis Vuitton, and all that. They do it as a counter argument, right? If somebody's disagreeing with you on something, and their response is, "Shut up, I have money." Like they start showing a bunch of money or Rolexes or whatever. And it's like, what the hell does that have to do with what we're talking about here? We're debating about something, right? We're having a disagreement about something and we're debating about it, right? You're trying to state your case and I'm stating mine. So what does money have to do with anything? So because you have more money than me, then that automatically makes you right, or what I'm saying is false. Just because you're flashing money, all of a sudden that means that you're right, and anything I have to say is not valid. You see a lot of celebrities do it. Celebrities are actually the ones that set that trend in motion, right? When somebody is pointing something out about you, and you don't like it because what they're saying is true, you're going to tell them, "Man, shut up. Nobody cares what you got to say. I got money." Okay? That still doesn't change what we're talking about here. You know what I mean? Like, all that money in the world, it is not going to change what the facts are, bro. You could buy Louis Vuitton. You could buy Versace. You could buy a lot of things in this world. You know? Shit. You could even buy some people's opinions. But one thing you cannot do with all that money in the world, with all the riches you may have, with all the success you may have, one thing you cannot buy and you cannot change is the facts. Because the facts are going to be the facts, regardless of your wealth. You know, and I think that's one thing that irritates people or that gets people mad, right? You see people come on here and they're constantly making these arguments that don't make sense, right? Like people are always saying, "I don't care about what people say about me," or "I could give a fuck less. I don't want these people's respect and I don't care for these people's opinions." Yeah, they constantly are always complaining on the internet or pointing this out, right? And getting mad about it, right? Saying that it's frustrating and all this and that. But it's like, what happened? I thought you didn't care for the opinion of these people. It seems like you do. You know what I mean? People say that they don't care about these people's opinion, but honestly, they do care about their opinions. And what makes them mad is the fact that they cannot change that opinion. Because at the end of the day, no matter how you feel about the scenario, how you look at it, you cannot change the facts, and you cannot change how these people feel about you. You know what I mean? And that's just the real talk about it. I was talking to one of my subscribers, and he was talking about that about this. I think he's a blood. I'm not sure if he was. I think he was a blood. And how the blood? Well, he's an ex-blood, right? And he was telling me that the guy that he be mad. And because people talk shit to him because he's no good, right? He snitched, and that he sent me a link or whatever, and the guy's upset or whatever, and the thing is that what these people are mad about is that they want the respect of the gang member community, but once you have done certain things, you're never going to get that respect. You're never going to have that respect, and you're not going to change the opinion of these individuals. This is how the game is. This is what's considered bad, and this was considered good or whatever. And if you break one of those rules, then you're considered no good forever, bro. Forever in the gangster world, you will be seen that way. You're not gonna be able to change that, bro. No matter what the hell you say and do, you're not gonna be able to change that or persuade these people's opinions. And like I said, if they left that life behind, then why are they so desperately trying to change these people's opinions? They're not. You're forever gonna be seen like that in the gangster world, bro. There's nothing you can do about it, except once you accept that, then you'll live better. You'll live at peace. But until then, you're never gonna have peace, because it's almost like he doesn't want to let it go, but he says he doesn't care for it no more. But it's like, no, clearly you still wanted to be a gangster, but you're not. And you're never gonna get respect by these individuals. That's just the way it is. Can't change it. So that constant frustration and everything like that is never gonna change. And that's just the way it is, bro. That's the way the ball goes. But these arguments about money and success as a counter arguments, like they're just mad because I got money. Like, no, people could critique you for what you're doing, right? Like what you're saying and doing is out of character, or it's on some weirdo stuff, or disrespect or whatever. And if they're calling you out on it and they're pointing it out, that's not jealousy, bro. That's stating facts. There's a difference from jealousy and stating facts. Don't be mad at the facts and call it now envy and jealousy just because it bugs you to know the truth about yourself. And want to dismiss the facts because you don't like them. You may not like them. You may try to dismiss them, and you may spread lies, fabricate stuff, and try to justify your behavior and all the success, money, and everything like that to try to facade it or mask it in. Is not gonna change what the facts are, bro. And truth of the matter is, you and I both know what the facts are. And that's what bugs people. The fact that they know the truth and that these people know the truth. And that's why they use that as a defense mechanism, because us as individuals, when we feel like we're being attacked, our natural reaction is, a defense, right? So that's their defense wall. Their defense wall is, I got money, as to try to stay in character or as a counter defense. You know what I mean? Like, that's the way they're going to defend themselves, because they have nothing else to say. I mean, it's not like they could come with the evidence showing otherwise. You know what I mean? Or that it's a lie, or what they're saying is not true. They can't say none of that. They have nothing to say. That's why the only thing that they can say is showing the distraction, the diversion. Let's change the topic and not just stay focused on the money. It's like, don't try to change the subject. That's cool. Nice Rolex. Feed me. But it still doesn't change this. What we're talking about here. This. You know what I mean? It's kind of like somebody... it's kind of like if the cops catch you robbing a bank and you're like, oh, look, an airplane. Like, don't try to change it. Don't try to divert the subject, bro. We're talking about this. We're not talking about that. No one cares about your financial wealth. That is not what this argument is about. That is not what we're debating here. Yes, obviously you have more money. But that's not what the argument is right here. This is not what we're talking about right here. So, and you know what? The youth and people that watch, these celebrities or these, how can I say, their favorite YouTube or their favorite whatever, right? Since they really don't have an attention span, and they quick to get sidetracked by everything. You know what I mean? Kind of like a baby. You just show them a toy and they just forget about the thing that they were doing, and they're just like amazed. That's what they do to people. Like when somebody's calling you out on something, like, oh, look, money, ooh, money, and oh, you get what I'm saying? If you're so quick to get diverted like that, bro, then I don't know what to say to that. Like, that's not what the argument's about, bro. And I catch that every time, I'm watching two people going at it, and then somebody, starts showing the money off. And in my head, I'm thinking, okay, but what does that have to do with what he's talking about, though? I'm not one of those to be like, yeah, this fool's right. Yeah, this fool's got more money than this fool. This fool be hated because this fool got money. Don't let money deceive you. Just because somebody has money doesn't mean that they're right. Doesn't mean that they're smart. Doesn't mean that they're successful and everything like that. Remember, wealth could come in many forms, by luck, by inheritance, by conniving. Many ways money could come. Doesn't mean that it could come just because someone is successful or smart or something like that. There's many different forms of how money could come, and just because they have money doesn't mean that they'll maintain the money. There's people that have been rich and have gone bankrupt and lost everything because they were always pieces of shit type of people, you know. And that's why they ended up losing everything, because they just didn't know how to humble themselves, because their characters were flawed characters. um, You know what I'm saying? Um, just because somebody has money and everything like that doesn't make them a good person, a nice person, or somebody that could give wisdom and advice. Because there's a lot of rich people that are stupid as fuck who will give nothing but horrible advice. Donald Trump. Um, you know what I'm saying? Who are just like foul individuals. Um, making fun of people and stereotyping and insulting and all kinds of shit. Um, because money tends to corrupt the mind, because people think they let the illusion play in, that they think just because they have money that they're right about things, or nobody could tell them anything or critique just because of their wealth. Nah, bro. Like I said, you cannot change the facts, bro. If you're acting like a fucking uh, like an asshole or Leon, or disrespectful, my boy, people are gonna call you out on it, and your wealth can't bail you out, bro. I know that the attention span of the youth nowadays, that's what people like to do. Like, this fool just mad because I got money. Bro, that's not what this argument is about. You know what I mean? Um, humble yourself. But that's just my opinion. Money can't bail you out of stuff. Money doesn't make you right. And those are the facts. Shut up, we out.